Namaste. Welcome to Cannabis Yoga. We're going to go through a couple breathing exercises today. Help us isolate our diaphragm, work on our lung capacity, talk about how cannabis can help with homeostasis, maybe chat a little bit about the endocannabinoid system and its function in your body. Thanks for joining me today. My name is Zach. I'd like to start by letting you know that I am not a yoga teacher. I'm not a yoga master. I'm not a yoga professional. I'm a guy who has done yoga and martial arts and a couple of those kind of things throughout most of my life, and I found some of the truth to be kind of universal. The breathing, the concentration, the focus. So I've been able to use that with cannabinoids to help what I think is jumpstart my endocannabinoid system. There's a feeling that I get when I do yoga and cannabis that kind of consumes my whole body. It's kind of this warmth that kind of just starts from the center of me and just kind of moves out. And I'd like to share that. So we're going to start today with a little bit of cannabis, a little bit of breathing. Later on, we'll get into a couple different poses. I would suggest that you find poses that work best for you. I have a couple that I like to use, a couple standing warrior poses, a couple sitting poses, a couple planks. Like I said, though, I am not a yoga teacher, so you should probably get a yoga video or some yoga online to figure out what works best for you. Would like to welcome you here. It's kind of a new thing, so leave me some comments. Let me know what you'd like to see, and let's go from there. So I did the Daily High Club box, and they gave me this really cool bear. So what we have in here today is a really nice indica. It is Mendo Purple. I picked it up from one of our local dispensaries. Now remember, when including cannabis into our breathing and our yoga, we're not looking for big lung busting hits. What we're trying to do is really control our breathing using our core muscles, stabilize. There's going to be your abs, it's going to be your glutes, it's going to be your back. So when you start to feel that cough, just want to concentrate on keeping all of that nice and tight. The other thing we're going to really work on is going to work on our diaphragm. I don't know how many people remember basic anatomy, but your diaphragm is a muscle membrane that sits underneath your lungs. It helps you breathe. It's what makes you hiccup. So when you breathe, it comes up. When you exhale, it goes down. This is your diaphragm. I find having a good visual representation is super helpful. Eventually you're going to feel this inside. The importance of the diaphragm can be explained by any middle school band teacher. It helps fill your total lung capacity. It helps your breathing consistency and strength. It helps you bring in more air and fill your lungs fuller. The diaphragm is going to be really important in all of our yoga breathing. It's even going to be more important when we start introducing cannabis into our breathing, because we really don't want to take large hits of anything that's been burnt, because it is not what our lungs are designed to do, hence the cough. So what we're going to do is we're going to take smaller hits and clear out all the old stale smoke to make sure that we get the clean water. We're going to fill it just to smoky. These aren't party hits, not a Cypress Hill concert. We're not trying to smoke out the room, we're just trying to fill our lung capacity. As you go through this and your lung capacity grows, you can take bigger and bigger hits. The most important thing is we don't want to cough. We want to be able to hold this hit in to our lungs. Breathing in again, letting the oxygen expand with that smoke, making sure it's touching all of the membranes in our lungs, and then a powerful exhale. We want to get all of that out and bring in a full lung of oxygen. That fresh oxygen is going to help transport all those cannabinoids into our system for ease of use. Putting your arms up helps expand the area inside of your body cavity, helping your lungs expand. I like to reach for the sky. It's also part of the sun salutation. You can look up, push your shoulders up, and then just hold them there, right in between your ears. And then when you exhale, you're going to bring it straight down. Again, we're really using our diaphragm on the exhale. When you think you've got that last bit of air out, push again. Gauge that diaphragm fully. End of that breath. And then reach up, fill your lungs with air. Down again. Exhale on the way out. Full diaphragm. You should feel this working as a billow on the way up, fully expanding your air, and then fully compressing on the way down. It's important to keep your body in line. We don't want to hunch over. We don't want to extend back. Find a nice, comfortable seated position. Doesn't that feel good? Got some cannabinoids in our system now. We want to mix in as much oxygen as we can to really help it get to our entire body. Cannabinoids mix with the oxygen mixes with blood, courses through our body, fills our entire endocannabinoid system with the cannabinoids that are present in the cannabis. I like to do an indica strain during the day. If I'm doing yoga first thing in the morning, I find that it's super helpful. The high levels of THC and THCV are super helpful for me. I experience some pain. Those are the two that I use the most for pain. So experiment around. Every strain is going to react differently to every single person. So find a strain that works for you. I currently work with 3 strains. I've got my Mendo Purple in the morning. It's my high-grade indica. Then I've got my Lemon OG Haze. I've got my Lemon OG Haze. That is my daytime sativa hybrid mix. And then I've got my Cookies and Cream, which is full-time sativa. So if I need an appetite or I need to relax, that's the one that I take. Find out what works for you. Best thing to do is hop on Leafly. So we're going to go into our next breathing exercise. We want to make sure that we have cannabinoids in our lungs again. So let's take a little medication, we'll call it. Again, we're not looking for lung buster hits here. We're looking for enough to fill our chest cavity. This time we're going to start here with our full lungs. And we're going to stretch forward. And then up again, second part of your exhale. Sorry, second part of your inhale. Into the side. As your arms come down, really engage that diaphragm up. You can see the action of your arm coming down, pushing on your lungs, pushing the air out. Once we're down, we're going to go that second out. And then in. In again. You're going to take about 3/4 breath on the out, fill on the top. Exit. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold. You should start to feel your core warming up. All of these muscles should be fully engaged by now. One of the keys to really engaging your diaphragm that really works for me is I just keep my abs tight all the time. If your abs are tight the entire time you're doing your breathing on the inhale, On the exhale, on the inhale, on the exhale. It gives your diaphragm the stability to really pull and push the air in. I played trombone in the band. I learned about the diaphragm, how to use it to push power out. We got breathing exercises are really important, you guys. Making sure that your body is completely oxygenated. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. It's super important, especially when we're adding cannabinoids in, because the oxygen is going to help to carry those cannabinoids throughout your body. So one of my favorite sitting poses when I'm just breathing, keep your arms up, shoulders back. Try to imagine that there's a line comes down between your hands, goes into your ankles. Just really think about the symmetry of your body. Think about your legs and your elbows matching up, your shoulders and your hips matching up, lining up everything in here so you can get the most movement. Feeling your lungs to their full potential. You can see how much movement and expansion you have. There's really a lot of area in here where your lungs can really fill up nice and tall, so really practice on that. Really get used to filling portions of your lungs and then higher portions, because trust me, even when you think you're done, there can be a little more air in there. A little more air out. You know, a little interesting science fact a lot of people probably know but probably don't remember very often is that you produce more carbon dioxide in your lungs than oxygen you breathe in. So as much as you inhale, you're going to exhale more. So when you get to the bottom of that exhale, and you're like, man, that's the bottom of that exhale, my lungs are empty. Push. When you take that next breath, you'll feel it. You'll feel that little bit that you pushed. And now that's what you concentrate on, the bottom of your breath. Use your stomach, use your diaphragm, use your chest, use your entire chest cavity at the bottom of your breath to do a small contraction. And then breathe. That's what I'm talking about. So we've been sitting here for a good couple minutes now. I don't know if you're sitting in the lotus position, but if you're sitting, your legs could be getting a little bit tired, so this is where I would normally transition into some floor or some plank or some standing positions, but today we're just going to concentrate on a little breathing. I hope you had a good time. Pacific Northwest Cannabis Club. Follow us on Twitter. Give me a like. Let me know how you like the yoga video. We're going to be posting some more, so if you have any suggestions, I'm just playing some megahertz music in the background, trying not to get any copyright infringements or anything, so please don't hate on me. If you have any suggestions, anything like that, please let me know. Like I said, Pacific Northwest Cannabis Club, Twitter. If you have any questions, comments, be nice. Pacific Northwest Cannabis Club, that's PNW Cannabis Club at gmail.com. But hit us up on Twitter. Love to hear from you. Love to see if the yoga is working for you. You're able to feel what I feel. And spread love.